Hi guys, it's me, Heather, the Crafty Writer. So in my last video, hopefully you've seen that. If you haven't, go check it out. I did a bunch of book page pockets, and there was one I didn't get to do on camera because I ran out of time and had to go pick up the kiddo from school, and this is what I made. It's the final product of that. So very Halloween inspired. So I know I did, I made a bunch of these, the last video, but a little bit different, not as embellished as this, but I thought I would make this one on camera or something similar to this with you guys, so you can kind of see something a little bit like that. And if that doesn't take too long, we might make some Halloween inspired embellishments using these little flowers and more of these leaves, because I have a bunch of these flowers over here, and I have a bag full of Halloween leaves. I also have some fall leaves too. So we might make, if you guys like this, I might make some fall ones, but with some fall tulle on the back. I want to do one with this. It's some spider webs that I got from Joann's. The bats and the moon I got from Joann's. Everything else was probably bought from Michael's who knows when, except for, of course, the book page. Now, since I had issues with my sewing machine last time, I decided to go ahead and sew this one off camera. And of course, different thread, and then I had the same issue, as you can see there. They're stitched the same, and they're stitched wrong. But I got it fixed, and it fixed itself. So let's do that. I'm going to set that kind of over there. It'll be slightly in camera so we can still see, or you know what, maybe we'll put it here. Let's slip it more out of my way. There we go. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and distress a little bit around the edges, because this page, like we discussed in the last video, when I coffee dyed these, one side got really nice and dark and the other side stayed pretty mellow. So I thought we would, do a little bit more distressing before we got started. And if you didn't watch that previous video and you want to know how to make these pockets, definitely go check that out. It was, should be the video before this one. So they're really easy to make. These I think are one of my favorite pockets to make. I love making pockets out of book paper. So the first thing we do is, after you distress, you know what, I think we're just gonna, I think my ink is going. It's so tiny. Maybe at the beginning of the month I'll see if I can find a big one. Alright, so once you sew it and you get your ink, then you need to get your tulle or your fabric. If you have fabric will be good, or lace, anything like that. I just decided to go with this because, I wanted to add a couple of these to the Halloween journal I am working on. And I should be making the cover next and then doing the pages. And we'll do all that together as well. Alright, so what I did with this one is, instead of trying to cut it perfectly to size before we start, I just left it like this because it's going to move a lot as you're putting flowers down. And I also, depending on how I place the flowers, I might decide to, you know, move it a little differently. But so that's why I kind of cut a little extra out and leave it like that. So let's get some flowers. Last time I used purple. I'm thinking I kind of want to do an orange this time around. Let's see. I think we'll go with those three, and I'm going to open one of these packs real quick. Or maybe. Okay. We'll see. We might use a couple of these. Alright. Alright, so you get a few, and then you kind of just start placing things around, and you see which way you like it. I used three. I used one big one and two smaller ones. These are all about the same size. So let's just set that to the side. Move that out of our way. Alright, I think I like that. And I think for the flower, I want to use this because it's got the spider in it and it goes with the spider webs. But I definitely want to keep at least one full spider web. So let's see if we're close to a full spider web. Let's flip it around, maybe that'll get us a little bit closer to, there we go. I think that'll work because we should be able to get that full web in there. So we'll do, that's our bottom piece. There. Okay. So we'll do it like that. And then I don't think I have any more of those, but I do have this one, and then I might have some orange small flowers. So we'll look into that in a second. Alright, so I am going to use Fabri-Tac. I'll go ahead and get baby wipe out and clean it because it's all goobered and gross looking. Okay. Let's do it this way. Okay. I might have to just open the new one. I think I've said that the last like 3 or 4 videos. Let's just do that. Because that's just gonna irritate me. Come on. There you go. Whew. Strong. Alright. Brand new bottle. Let's see how she rolls, huh? Oh, it's so heavy. Alright. I put a little extra glue on this kind of stuff because, you know, it is a 3D element, so I definitely want it to stay, but because it's also going to be holding down not only itself, but it's going to be holding down the tool as well. Let's see, we want this on next. Okay. So mainly I put glue in the center, well, not in the center, but in that bottom part. And then as I push it down, I see where it's going to lay, and then I just come in with a little bit of extra glue, and you just squeeze a little extra on where it's going to touch. This one I know it'll get a little further, so alright, we'll do it like that. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and place our flower down. And there we go. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Okay. Just kind of hold it all in place a little bit. Just until it, you know, dries enough that it catches. And you can always add a little extra glue here and there, like I might add some under this little area. But we might be okay. And it will move around a bit, but that's okay. Alright. Don't fall. Knocking things over. Okay. I have a basket of flowers, so I think I'm going to pull out a bunch of orange ones. And we'll see what fits and what doesn't, and then we'll kind of go from there. And pull out some extra ones in case we do some more stuff afterwards. Okay. I'm going to put this one back in there because I don't think I'll be using that anytime soon. Okay. So I know I don't like the neon. That looks not so great. So we're going to put those back in the basket. And then we have these. So, alright, so which ones do we like? I think I like the darker orange. So I'll put those back. We've got 3 different kinds. I don't know if I like that one or not. I think I only use 2. I think maybe we'll go with these 2 and them like maybe there. I think it's kind of what we did last time, or what I did last time. And then I'll accent it with some silver. Oh, my silver's kind of low. Oh yeah, I was having issues with it. We may not accent it with silver. We might do, you know what? Let's do purple maybe? I'll decide. We'll make a decision. Because we can use purple, clear, or silver. Yeah. Okay. So let's get... taking its time to set, that's for sure. Okay. Alright, so let's get the flowers down. Okay. Alright. Okay, so these flowers alone won't keep this from flapping up, so that's why I use these. I put dots in the center, and then I put kind of dots all around, and that kind of holds everything in. We got to decide if we want to do silver, purple, or clear. Maybe it depends on what will come out. So you got a little scrap paper here. Let's do a dot of each. See, I'm destroying the bottle. It's pretty much empty. My purple and my clear are pretty new. I also have, you know what, I have some Stickles stuff, liquid pearl. Got it in green. I wonder if the green would look good. So sometimes what I do is I will squeeze out like a little sampler of all of them and kind of hold them and see what I like. I think I'm sort of leaning towards the purple. It's either purple or silver. I think the clear is just going to be meh. You know what, let's try with the silver. If it doesn't look good, then we can always go over it with purple, right? That was a good bit. Alright. So then we kind of, you know what, I think I'm going to use clear to put the dots everywhere else. Let's do a little sampler before I stick my sleeve in it. Okay. And this is just glitter glue. It's the really cheap dollar stuff from Michaels, the Studio G brand. They usually have it in their dollar section near the registers. Okay. Alright, so at this point we need to let it completely dry before we cut around it. So that's what we're going to do, and it got really dark. The camera got dark, so I'm going to open the blinds a little bit. Maybe that'll help brighten it up. That worked a little bit, but for some reason it still looks dark. Don't know why, so I hope you bear with me on that. Okay, so we're gonna carefully set this aside, and hopefully we'll make a few other things, and then hopefully it'll be dry in a few minutes. Okay, so move this aside. Okay, so I want to use the rest of these in some way, and then maybe use some of these leaves. They have no wire on them. They're nice and flat. Let me get out more of the pack. And then I've got a little bit of this from when I, what's it called? Cut the last one. Alright. Sun's right in my eyes. Okay. Alright, well the lighting worked out a little bit better. Okay, so. What do we want to do? Oh, yeah. I've got some tarot cards. We can put stuff on that. I kind of started this one and I don't like it. So let's work on that one first. I'm thinking maybe the pink skulls or something. And maybe we'll put something else behind it. Do we want leaves behind it? I don't know, I kind of like that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. What else do we want to put there? Got some ribbon. Or lace or anything. I think, let's pull that out. Maybe we'll put some, I think we need something black behind there too, because this is kind of sticking out. What do I have? What do I have? How about, ooh. How about a snippet of this? That'll work. And this is just some black, sparkly, slightly sparkly Halloween tulle I got from Dollar Tree. So maybe we'll do like that. And I think that'll work. Probably should put some paper on the back first. Hang on. Here we go. I tea-dyed some paper the other day. And this is like the kids' paper, you know, where they learn how to write and everything. So I got some of that and tea-dyed it. I got like an extra pack because I bought a pack for my daughter for her homework because she's in kindergarten. But it was at the Dollar Tree, so I bought 2 packs, one for her, one for me, because I like this kind of stuff too. Now this tarot card, I tried tea dyeing and it did not work very well. It stained it a little bit, which, you know, that's the look I'm going for, but it just bubbled it real bad. And then it started coming apart in a couple places, like so in the corners, like the layers started coming apart. So it doesn't really tea dye very well. So so then I started covering it with gesso, which is what I did with the other ones, and all that. And then you just kind of paint it, or you can glue paper on it, or like napkins and stuff like that, tissue paper, all that kind of fun stuff. just going to cut around and around. Let's set it to the side. And the other thing I did on this is, all I did was glue a paper doily, and then I used a white pen and did some little dashes, if that'll focus. There we go. And it kind of gives it kind of a sewn look. So if you don't have a sewing machine, but you like the sewn look, you can definitely fake it by doing stuff like that. You can even do a zigzag faux stitch looking thing. So just because you don't have a sewing machine doesn't mean you can't do some of these projects. Alright, and then I just took my foam folder and I smoothed it out just so it stays on there. Okay, so let's just cut you down a little bit. Kind of like the folded seam parts, so I think we'll go like that, and then do this, and then we'll fray this a little bit because I like the little messier look for it. Okay. Alright, so we'll get our fabric tack, and I'm just going to do a little bit of glue there, and then let's just put a bead of glue there. Okay. Alright, which way do you go? Which way do we like it? Like that? Or do we want you? I think this is the bottom. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Alright. And then a little bit of glue. Alright, there's that one. You can journal on the back, but I think what I'll probably end up doing is gluing it down and making it like a little tuck spot or something, because this kind of makes it hard to journal on. That's something you got to think about when you make ephemera and you make it into a journaling card. If it's really thick and bulky like that, you're not really going to get a good journaling on it. I think I'm going to use, excuse me, I got the hiccup, well, sort of hiccups. Use a couple clips to kind of keep it down. Oh. Okay. You know what, no, let's hold off on those. We got some tags. I got some manila, ooh, let's do these. Do something with those. I got some manila, not manila, yeah, file folder, manila file folder, and I just cut some tags out of that, and these are the two ends. So maybe we can do something on these. Do something on that, or we could do kind of leaning towards that. Okay. One at a time. One at a time, guys. Okay. So maybe we'll glue that on, then we'll cut around it, and then put something here, and then we'll kind of go from there. Alright, let's glue this. that on, and it looks like we probably still need to add a little bit of glue over here. That'll work, and then we'll probably glue something over it to keep it down. So, I think in my last video, I was talking about my cat, Storm, and his tummy issues that he had pretty recently that had us worried. So, if I didn't, because I don't remember what I talked about in my last video. So if I didn't, he had a day where he was pooping and vomiting, and it was like really, really runny, and it had us worried because that's not usual for him. And he doesn't really get into a lot of stuff. Like one of our other cats, Jack, tends to get into stuff he's not supposed to. So he's always throwing stuff up. Like Jack likes to eat ribbon, especially like curling ribbon and plastic, like the plastic wrappers for straws on juice boxes and stuff like that. He likes to eat that kind of stuff. So we got to be a little extra careful with him. I might put that in the corner there. Put some music paper there, and then maybe something over here. But so anyway, we took Storm to the vet, and they think he was just constipated because there was some coming out of the litter box, and the vet felt that he was probably just constipated because sometimes cats just do that when they're constipated. Okay. So we did his annual visit while we were there. We're a bit behind on the kitties for that anyway. And he needed dental work. So I took him in Monday for his oral surgery. They cleaned his teeth and removed 2. And then, I was able to bring in the other 2 cats for their annual. They all need their teeth cleaned. Jax is the healthiest teeth, and he's the oldest, which was kind of shocking. He only needed his cleaned. Sophie is like Storm, and they have some infections. And so they got to get like actual dental surgery done. So I'm taking her in tomorrow to get hers done. And I about had a heart attack when I got the bill yesterday, on Monday. Just for that one day, and that was, it included 2 annual visits, and then teeth cleaning for one, and tooth pulling and cleaning for another. It was $900, guys. $900. And I already spent like $100 something for Storm's visit, a few days before, like the Friday before. So, yeah, it's, and then I know Sophie's is going to be pretty expensive too, because she will probably have to get a couple teeth removed as well. And it's just, I don't know. It's very, very stressful. It's not one thing, it's another, right? But the poor things, especially Storm, he was, still a little high from the meds, and bless his little heart. I mean, he came home and he couldn't even walk up the stairs. He was like fallen down and all that stuff. He was pretty pitiful, and all of them were angry at me because, you know, because Storm wasn't allowed to eat, you know, past midnight the night before, and, you know, they're used to being able to go and graze and eat when they want and what they want, and I meant to glue this one down first. Totally missed it. But yeah, so then I gotta take their food and water away tonight, which I'm not looking forward to. The other night when I did it, I ended up not sleeping very well because the cats kept waking me up because they saw me take the food away, and I waited like really late, but I didn't want to fall asleep and forget to pull their food up. But yeah, so they were angry with me and kept me up. And then Jack, a little turd, decided he was going to bite me because I took his food away. So I get to go through that again tonight. I'm so excited, guys. They're worth it, though. They're our babies. We love them. But it just kind of sucks how expensive, you know, vet visits are. I mean, doctor visits are bad enough. But at least you have insurance, so that helps. And I mean, I know that there are some pet insurances out there, but when you're a family of 3 and, you know, insurance is not cheap anyway for humans, and then you add in trying to do insurance for pets, it's like, where's this money coming from? And can I get some? Because that would be nice. Alright, I think I like that there. So I think I'm going to, kind of like that too, but you can't write on that. So I'm going to cut this in half, and then we'll glue it. But the vet we use is actually really good, and you know, they do have payment plans, and they understand that you got to do things in stages, which is kind of what we need to do. It's like we need to do senior blood work on all 3 of our cats because they're all seniors now, and I told them, I can't afford that too. So I mean, if I do senior blood work, it's going to be dental and blood work on just one cat. And then we'll come back another month. And then, you know, Christmas is right around the corner, so things a little stressful. Ah! Don't go up like that. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it like this. My hands are sticky, my fingers. I've got leftover glue. Ugh. I always hate that. After you get glue on your hands and you wet your hands, that slimy feel. I hate that. Okay. Alright, so I like that. I was thinking, do we want to put that on there, or do we want to keep it like this? We might keep it like this. You know what? I got some papers that I printed. I got some images. Alright. Okay. So I'm trying to teach myself how to make digital files, guys. Like pages to put inside a journal. This one came out okay. This one not so much. Got cut off, but that's okay. Because I'm learning, and this stuff is all going to go in the journal. That one's small. This one messed up, so we'll try and do that. And I think the rest is too big. Okay, cool. Let me move these out of the way. Alright. So we got these guys, because this one also messed up. So I think I'm feeling the witch. So let's do that. We're gonna fussy cut her real quick because I think she'll go nicely on there. I wish I had cardstock, like full-size paper cardstock. All I have is like some 4x6 size cardstock to glue her on and make her a little bit, you know, beefier, but that's okay. You know what though? I probably should just go ahead and glue her on there and then cut her out. Jeez guys, why didn't you say something sooner? Alright, let's do this. Let's cut her down a little bit smaller. Because I think I want to try and do some fabric behind her. So let's do that. Alright. I'm a little unprepared this morning because I was trying to print everything out that I needed to print. I just didn't think about, you know, getting anything else done. I'm a little off today. Like, I think it's because I haven't actually been up here to craft in a few days. So, because we had a busy weekend and my daughter having half days last week kind of made things a little difficult as far as filming goes. I was a little limited in what I could do and all that. And I've actually just been working on trying to make digital files because that's something I want to learn how to do. You know, and I want to sell them on Etsy and, you know, make stuff for the journals that I want to make, you know? Like there's some gorgeous digital files out there that, I mean, I will probably still buy. But there are, you know, there are some journals that I want to do, that I want to make, that I haven't seen, you know, digital files for yet. So I kind of want to make my own. So, well, it'd be kind of nice to make a little bit of money with it, right? Definitely would like to make money after these vet bills, that's for sure. So my daughter went to a birthday party on Saturday. We went to a place called Catch Air, and if you're not familiar with it, it's like an indoor playground almost. That's one of the ways to describe it. But hang on, I'm just trying to get a piece of paper out so I can distress this. So anyway, but they have like everything's made out of like that foam kind of stuff. So it's like they fall, they don't get hurt. It's, you know, really cool. And they have like obstacle courses that they can go and climb in, go down slides, and it was really fun. And we didn't actually do the party there. We basically just met up with this little boy that we've known for years from school, and kind of did a play date, and then went back to their house, and you know, the kids had cupcakes, and you know, we ate a snack, and all that kind of stuff. So less of a birthday party, more of a play date type thing. But she had a lot of fun. And that's all that matters though, right? The little boy had a lot of fun too. Do we want to add that on? No, I think we could do some ribbon. Let's see. Could do some velvety ribbon and some lace. I know it's all kind of dark and you can't really see. There you go. So we might do something like that. Ooh, yeah, we could do it like, I think I'll shorten it just a little bit. But first, let's get that little bit of, a little bit down. I could go and sew through it, but I think I'm going to hold off on that. Let me pull my sleeves up just a little bit. Alright, so I want her about there. So, okay. Fold this in half. Snip off the corner. Give it that look. Alright, and then does it need the black lace? Or do we like it okay without? I think I like it okay without it. That might just be me trying to hold on to that lace. This is it. This is all I got of this lace left. I could do just but I think gluing it will lock up. Okay, I think I'm going to do it without. Oops. Alright. Alright. I think after we do this, we'll check on our pocket folder. And if it's ready, then we'll trim it and then we might be done. Because I don't want to make this video too long. Alright. Alright. I think she turned out pretty cool. You can write on the other side. Yay! I like that. She's coming up a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna clamp her down a little bit. Let's see, let's do a big one. I'll reach a little bit further. Oh, well, not really reach where I need it to go. Let's see, let's do it like that. That'll help hold it. Hold it just a little bit. Alright, let's check. Let's check our pocket. It's still wet, but I think it's dry enough I can trim it real quick. Just so we kind of have an idea. Oh, I'm going to trim it up that way. Okay. And it doesn't have to be a perfect trim either. I kind of like that it's a little uneven and rough. It doesn't bother me at all. And then here I just kind of don't even bother underneath the leaves. Okay. So yeah, so we trimmed that one. It still comes up a little bit. And you could take a little bit of glue and glue it down if you prefer to do that, but you don't have to. So that's the first thing we made. I like how it sparkles. And then the original is that one. And again, you just put stuff inside. I think you can have a little tag with something sitting inside. I love how those turned out. And then let's see, I think our tarot card is dried enough. So that was our little tarot card. If it'll focus. There we go. There you go. You can write on the back. And then I think that's good enough. And then that one. There you go. Alright, I think I'll call that done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. That helps me and helps me know that this is the kind of stuff you guys like. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and ask. So yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you then. Bye.